can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to order a hamburger, fries, salt, maybe a large vanilla shake.
This is a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got carry-out?
Everything that you need, we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order today, carry out tonight. That's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Well, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
I'll be back tomorrow to pick it up.
We'll be waiting for you.
IndianaSRN wants to put more kids on TV. And honestly, that's exactly what these kids deserve. They stream more than 350 high school and college games every year, giving Indiana athletes the spotlight they've earned. All games are free to watch with on-demand on their YouTube channel. The cost is amazingly affordable, which means more kids get their moment to shine. IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
Hey Indiana, let's clear the air about vaping. Glue, rat poison, paint. We all know these products contain poisons like formaldehyde, arsenic, and lead. And these are just a few of the chemicals you'll find in e-cigarette vapor. Visit don'tpuffthisstuff.com to join the fight and spread the word.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Welcome to Bullitt Stadium on the campus of Seymour High School. The Seymour Owls hosting the Columbus East Olympians, for both teams looking for their first conference win of the 2025 season and their first overall win of the season as well. Before we get into the matchup in both teams, a couple organizations we'd like to thank for making this broadcast happen. Reynolds Farm Equipment, your local hometown John Deere dealer since 1955. With 5 central Indiana locations, Reynolds meets all of your equipment, parts, and services needs. Boilermakers Local 374, representing skilled workers across Indiana. Discover the Boilermaker advantage with Local 374. Bertner Electric, sparked with confidence, your trusted electrician partner since 1986. Wheeler Mission, helping our neighbors in need since 1893, thanks to generous, caring individuals like you. Morales Group Staffing, building better futures, one story at a time. Let us help you find your next opportunity. LifeWise Academy. LifeWise Academy brings Bible education to public school students during school hours. Learn more at lifewise.org. LiUNA, the Build America Union, 500,000 strong, fighting for better wages, safer job sites, and greater opportunities. And the IndianaSRN Sports page. Sports from border to border and coast to coast. Your source for high school and college sports coverage. Hello everybody, saying hello to you from the broadcast booth. Graham Nash alongside John Lester. John, fun matchup between these two teams who know each other quite well, both in the Hoosier Hills Conference.
Two teams that know each other very, very well. Conference, not only conference rivals, also sectional rivals. So this could be the first of possibly 2 meetings this year. Rivalry game, both teams struggling a little bit here, 0-2 so far in the season, but still trying to get their feet wet here. Now you're getting into your familiar rivals, your conference play, and we'll see if these offenses can pick things up here tonight.
Mention a bit of struggles for both teams. Both teams coming into this game with an 0-2 record. The Owls already had a chance at a conference opponent when they went to Jeffersonville last week, but it felt like, the offense just stumbling a little bit on both sides, but there are a lot of good players on both of these teams. It feels like it's only a matter of time.
Looking forward, Columbus East, their quarterback, Kyson Villarreal, not only the starting quarterback, he is the team's leading rusher, so he's one of those dual threat quarterbacks. Seymour was keeping an eye on him tonight as well. But I'm looking forward to seeing Trayshawn Hawkins, the running back for Seymour tonight. He's accounted for about half their offensive yards this year. Looking forward to seeing what he can do in the running game here tonight against this East defense.
The Owls quarterback, Max Coates, also needing to have a big game for Seymour. About a 50% completion percentage, 151 passing yards for Coates. It's kind of been all on the ground, like you mentioned. Trayshawn Hawkins has been phenomenal as that lead running back, but feels like the passing game needs to get going a little bit for the Owls.
Coates has been struggling a little bit on the offensive side. Hawkins, as mentioned, responsible for about half your team's yardage this year and both touchdowns for Seymour. Coates is going to have to find a way somehow to get to his receiver. Jackson Fox has been his leading receiver this year, so he's found him. He's going to have to get something going in that passing game tonight, though, against this East defense.
And both defenses kind of looking for different things in this game to clean up. For the Seymour Owls, looking to clean up that run game at Jeffersonville. Jeffersonville had about 360 rushing yards. But as for the Olympians in their last game against Columbus North had 390 passing yards. So these two teams kind of on opposite sides of the spectrum. Offensively as well. One team, Columbus East only very limited on the rushing game this year, or so far this year, so they've been more passing. Meanwhile, Seymour's been more rushing. And both those defenses were looking at that as well. Kind of a different styles, I guess, if you will, here tonight. And we talked about they know each other pretty well. Columbus East 29-18 against Seymour over the last 40 years. The last time these two teams matched up, September 6, 2024, pretty much a year ago today. And Columbus East took that one 30-14. So maybe a little bit of fuel underneath the fire for the Seymour Owls trying to get a win.
Seymour, they've come back last year, a little bit of revenge factor possibly in that game tonight, but this should be a very, very competitive contest tonight between these two teams that know each other very, very well, as we mentioned.
There's a good crowd on hand for both sides. Should be a very, very fun football game. We've got more coming up for you about both of these teams. We'll be right back on IndianaSRN.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Welcome back to Bullitt Stadium on the campus of Seymour High School. Graham Nash and John Lester joining you for this Friday night football game. We mentioned Columbus East and Seymour with quite the history amongst them. Columbus East a 29-18 record against the Owls, so maybe coming in to Bullitt Stadium with a bit of mojo, a bit of confidence, knowing that they've owned this matchup as of late.
Columbus East has definitely had the upper hand as of late. We'll see with Seymour, as I mentioned, they want to try to get that little bit of a monkey off their back a little bit. We're able to win against them 2 years ago, but outside of that, it has been Columbus East pretty much with the upper hand here over the last decade or so.
A big storyline for these Seymour Owls in the 2025 season is the pieces that the team lost from 2024. The Owls lost 74% of their receptions, 64% of their rushing yards, and their starting quarterback from 2024. So, feels like they're trying to find a bit of a new identity.
When you lose that kind of production that you've had, it's going to take a little bit of while to see, okay, who's going to be able to jump in at this position, who's going to be able to jump in at this position, and the defensively, Columbus, you look at their numbers, but the defense has been on the field a long time. They're going to have to find a way to keep the defense off the field, but they're still trying to find, who can fit in those positions offensively for all that production they lost last year.
Columbus East also lost a few pieces, not quite as much, but the Olympians lost their leading rusher, so about 40% of their rushing production, 44% of their receiving yards, but the Olympians did retain their starting quarterback in Villarreal, so that a big piece. The Seymour Owls will receive the opening kick. 2 Owls down on that right sideline. Everett Jackson on the far side of the field. Aaron Holtz near side for Seymour. So we are about ready to play some football.
Normally you see teams defer here, Graham, but Seymour wants us. They want the football here early.
Kick is low. And into the arms of Everett Jackson. Jackson trying to get a couple blocks and into a sea of Olympians just shy of the 25-yard line.
Unable to get those blocks he needed, and not the greatest starting field position for Seymour, but we'll see what their offense can bring to the field here on the first possession of the football game.
Out comes Max Coates and the Seymour Owls offense. Coates around a 50% completion percentage through the first 2 games, 151 passing yards, no passing touchdowns, 3 interceptions, about 20 rushing yards for him as well. The big thing, he only played 2 games in the 2024 season, so he's still trying to get his sea legs underneath him.
Still trying to get that comfort with him here, and we'll see what he can do here on this first offensive drive.
And actually, it looks like it's Jackson Marcotte out there. Oh, no, excuse me. Under center was Max Coates. A handoff right up the middle, a short gain of about 3.
A manageable gain on first down there for Seymour against this Columbus East defense. Looks like they're going to give him almost 5 yards. You got a pretty good spot there on first down.
Seymour rushed for about 132 yards in its last game at Jeffersonville last Friday. At the strong suit of this Owls team. Max Coates still trying to warm up a bit to throwing the football. Another handoff up the middle. Nearly breaking a tackle there and breaking free, but just a gain of about 2.
Good job there by the Columbus East defense, swarming that middle line, and it's third and medium range here for Seymour, about 3rd and 4.5 on this first drive.
It's Brody Bowles, the senior, standing 5'9", 160 pounds. Only played the most recent game for the Owls against Jeffersonville. Did not play in the season opener. Got 3 carries, 11 yards against Jeffersonville. Coming off of 2024 where he also only played 3 games. So this entire offense trying to find some momentum, shake off some rust. Third down and 4. Coates under center. Fakes the handoff. Play action. Far side. And a nice catch by Charlie Bruce. First down, Seymour Owls.
Good job there for Seymour. 3rd and 4 had me fooled. I thought it was a handoff, and a great fake play there for Seymour, getting their first down of the football game.
Bruce, 5'10" senior, playing in his 3rd game of the season. That's only his 3rd reception. 2 receptions, 17 yards over the first 2 games. Handoff. Very little room. The Olympians right there on the football.
Nothing doing at all there. Good job by the Columbus East defense, and this is going to be about a 2-yard loss on first down. Trying to shut down that Seymour rushing game.
That was Everett Jackson. Jackson rostered as a wide receiver, but kind of used as a second running back. Has the second most carries on the team with 7 coming into this game. About 12 yards per carry through the first 2 games. He's got speed, but he also can catch very, very well and play a nice receiver. Little trickery, near side, breaking free. There's Everett Jackson. Jackson needs a block, has it from his quarterback Coates. Jackson fights to the end zone. Touchdown, Owls.
Well, could not ask for a better start on the offensive drive, on this first offensive drive, and 60 yards on that opening touchdown for Seymour. We're going to look at it right here. The trickery, and it's worked to perfection. And Bear almost untouched until he gets to about the 5-yard line in the last effort right here. But a great stretch for the opening touchdown for Seymour.
The Owls off to a hot start. Adrian Medina going for the PAT for Seymour. Low snap, and the kick is no good. But a quick 6 for the Seymour Owls. We'll be right back on Indiana SRN.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Welcome back to Bullitt Stadium. A quick 6-0 lead for the Seymour Owls as the Owls look to kick it away to the Columbus East Olympians. For the first time, the Olympians going to be on offense. It's Adrian Medina who will kick away. A couple Keatons back to return. Keaton Lawson on the near side. Keaton Roberts is far for the Olympians. Line drive kick from Medina, right to Lawson. 6'5", 190 pounds. Breaks a tackle at the 30. Still on his feet. Lawson bouncing off all the defenders. And finally, he's brought down by Jacob Dowell.
Well, you see the strength there for Lawson and how many Seymour Owls it took him to bring him down defensively. A great return for Lawson and great starting field position for East on their opening drive of this football game.
Lawson going to stay out on the field, the number 1 wide receiver for the Olympians this season. 8 receptions, 112 yards coming into the 3rd game of the season, leading the teams in both of those categories. Only 2 receiving touchdowns for wide receivers this season. Both of them belong to the senior Keaton Lawson. As Kyson Villarreal comes out in the gun. Going straight to the air, far side, Michael Jones breaks through just shy of the first down marker.
Great screen pass there, finding Jones and a good 9-yard pickup, and already on one play, East on Seymour's end of the field.
We talked about Columbus East. Had a little bit of trouble in the air against Columbus North last week. Only 98 passing yards for Villarreal, so they're trying to get that passing game going early.
It's got a free 5 here, looks like.
And it is offsides on the Owls. Villarreal was the starting quarterback for Columbus East last season, about a 58% completion percentage. Had a phenomenal game against these Seymour Owls. 4 touchdown passes, 256 yards in the air. Looking for a repeat performance. Handoff, near side. Nice tackle. That was J.D. Roeder on the carry.
Yeah, Roeder getting about 3 yards there. Seymour hitting him to limit the damage right there to a 3-yard gain for Columbus East on first down.
Columbus East, a team with quite a bit of experience. 19 juniors, 18 seniors, but still a promising future. 23 sophomores on the team. Rodert belongs to that junior class. Rising seniors for next season. Tight end in motion. Another handoff. Rodert again. And pretty immediately at the line of scrimmage.
Good job there by Seymour, swarming the line, forcing a 3rd and about 6 here for East. And where they are on the field, this is 4-down territory, you would think. Got 2 chances to get 6 yards here.
Michael Jones comes back onto the field, as it's just going to be about 3rd and 5. They give him a yard. Michael Jones with that first screen catch of the drive. Get within a yard of the first down. The Olympians were able to move the chains, looking to do so for a second time on their first offensive drive. Camden Shelley in motion. Back to pass. Villarreal delivers it to him, and he's pulled down shy of the first down marker.
Great open field tackle there to hold East shy of the first down. They're going to need a good 2 yards here on 4th down. I think you're going to see the offense stay on the field.
That was Aaron Holt on the tackle. Really nice play. Holt right now averaging 7 tackles a game, also has a fumble recovery in this young season. One of the better DBs for the Owls. 4th and 2, Columbus East is choosing to go for it. Villarreal hands it off. Brody Miller falls across the line to gain. First down East.
Good job there. A little bit of a stretch there to get the first down and keep the drive alive for this Olympians offense.
Columbus East just looking to clean some things up in this game. 2 turnovers, 2 fumbles against Columbus North in the last ball game on plays kind of like that. A lot of guys at the line of scrimmage, and that ball just gets punched out. It's the type of plays that the Olympians are looking to get rid of as this season draws on. 1st and 10, the Owls' 33-yard line. Handoff up the middle. J.D. Rodert, not much room.
Kind of ran into a wall there of Seymour defenders. Limited just a 2-yard gain there on first down.
Rodert in his junior season did play against the Owls last year. 5 carries, 23 yards. Again, a game that was dominated by Villarreal in the air. 4 passing touchdowns, 256 passing yards. Going back to the air, Villarreal over the middle and caught by the tight end. That was Paxton Thompson.
Looked like there might have been a missed coverage there on Seymour. Tight end wide open there, and great job by Villarreal to find him. And a first down into the red zone, 1st and goal.
Thompson comes off the field. Camden Shelley, wide receiver, back on. At the 8-yard line, Villarreal going to look to his sideline, get some information from his coaching staff. Eddie Vogel, head coach in his 5th year with Columbus East. Villarreal scrambling, finding some open space far side, throws on the run. Touchdown, Columbus East and J.D. Rodert.
Well, Villarreal, great job there. 4 for 4 on that drive and finishing it off with the 8-yard touchdown pass, and East a chance to grab the lead here with the extra point. Going to look at it right here. You see Villarreal scrambling and long enough to where he finds his open receiver for the Columbus East touchdown.
And Villarreal staying on the field as the holder for Skylar Bailey, senior kicker, 2 for 2 on PATs in this young season. And the kick is good. Both teams score on their first offensive drives. It's 7-6 Olympians.
Hello and welcome to Game Day. My name is Keith Myers. I'm the Vice President of IndianaSRN. We're glad that you joined us today. If you'd like to see more content just like tonight, just hit the donate button. Every dollar that you donate will go right back into more games right here on IndianaSRN. This means more games for you. It's IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
Your business depends on quality, efficiency, and reliability. At Reynolds Farm Equipment, we help you stay ahead with John Deere commercial mowers built for performance. Whether you're maintaining parks, businesses, or neighborhood lawns, you need equipment that works as hard as you do. With expert service, flexible financing, and the best lineup of mowers in the industry, Reynolds keeps your operation running strong. Reynolds Farm Equipment, your local John Deere dealer since 1955.
Welcome back to Bullitt Stadium. 7-6, the Olympians leading the Owls. The Owls unable to convert on a PAT. But they'll go right back to work on offense. Another low kick. Again at Everett Jackson, the touchdown score for Seymour on the first offensive drive. For a second straight time, Jackson stuffed right in front of the 25-yard line.
Had a little bit of a bobble there on the reception of the kickoff there, which kind of threw off the run a little bit there, and Seymour backed up inside their own 25 here on the second drive.
That first offensive drive was pretty efficient for Seymour. Everett Jackson really just kind of went to work. We talked about combo wide receiver running back. They used him primarily as a running back, and man, he broke free. Still yet to see Max Coates go to the air. It's been Brody Bowles, the running back, and then Everett Jackson with primarily with the handoffs. Another handoff, this Trayshawn Hawkins. And he's pulled down pretty much right at the line of scrimmage.
A little bit of a high snap there, threw off the timing a little bit, and Hawkins nowhere to go on that left side. May give him about a yard.
Hawkins coming off a game against Jeffersonville where he had 8 carries, 39 yards. He's capable of breaking free as easy as anybody, as easy as Everett Jackson did last offensive drive for the Owls. But just hasn't quite had that chance yet. Max Coates back under center. Hands it off to the man in motion, Trayshawn Hawkins. Again, not much room, but he's able to fight for a couple extra yards.
Great job there by Hawkins after the initial set of tackles, getting what he could there. It's still going to be about a 3rd and 6 here for Seymour.
That's exactly what it is. 3rd down and 6. Still yet to see the Owls' first pass attempt. It's been all on the ground. That's kind of been the identity of this team early on in the season. 132 rushing yards against Jeffersonville just last week. Coates fakes the handoff, checks it down for Hawkins. Hawkins loses the football, and Columbus East comes up with it.
There was just nothing there on the screen pass to Hawkins. East was bringing the defense on that side, and they force a turnover, and we'll have a very short field to work with as we look at it right here. Finds Hawkins on the screen pass, and then, well, it looked like he may have just lost it on his own, and Columbus East right there for the recovery.
It was Brody Miller for the Olympians getting in there, getting involved. Miller already has an interception on this season, now a forced fumble as well for Columbus East. And the offense, like you said, taken over in deep Owls territory. 26-yard line of Seymour. Villarreal gets to go back to work, 4 for 4 passing on the day. Drops back to throw again. Looking end zone, and he just let his intended receiver, Camden Shelley. First incompletion of the day for Villarreal.
Good coverage there by Seymour. And it's an incompletion, and the first incompletion on the night.
The Olympians worked it pretty well in their first drive. A little bit of a struggle around the middle of the field. It looked like might have a 4th and short situation. But Columbus East able to break through, get that first down. And since then, it's kind of been smooth sailing. And a whistle. Timeout, Columbus East. 7-6, Olympians lead. We'll be right back on IndianaSRN.
IndianaSRN wants to put more kids on TV. And honestly, that's exactly what these kids deserve. They stream more than 350 high school and college games every year, giving Indiana athletes the spotlight they've earned. All games are free to watch with on-demand on their YouTube channel. The cost is amazingly affordable, which means more kids get their moment to shine. IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis.
7-6 lead, Olympians recovering the Seymour Owls fumble. 2nd down and 10. Olympians trying to take control of this ball game. Handoff, JT Rodert fighting through that D-line of Seymour. Getting about 5-6 on the play.
Yeah, nice little 6-yard pickup there, setting up a manageable 3rd down 4 here on East's 2nd drive of the ball game.
The Olympians were in a position like this on their first offensive drive. 3rd and manageable around 4 yards like it is now, and we're able to pick up that 1st down. Feels again like this is a 2-down territory. East not going to just settle on 4th. Play action. Villarreal in trouble again. Scrambling to get the 1st down. Looks like the marker's right on it.
This is very, very close.
Still waiting, and they move the chains.
Give it to him, yep, 1st down. Well, it looked like Seymour had him stopped in the backfield, but great job to scramble by Villarreal to find the extra yardage and keep the chains moving for Columbus East.
You mentioned Villarreal, the leading rusher on this Columbus East team coming into the game, really because of plays like that.
Another red zone opportunity here for the Olympians.
Villarreal, hands off, up the middle, Miller barreling his way. The Owls just having trouble bringing these running backs down right now on first contact.
Yeah, a little bit taken, the Columbus East getting the extra yardage after the initial contact as well. A 7-yard pickup there.
The Olympians moving quickly. Again, it's Miller. He has the 1st down.
Another 1st down run. It's going to be from 5-yard line. Another 1st and goal opportunity.
That first drive, it was pretty much all in the air for Columbus East. Now, all on the ground.
Looks like they might be getting that rushing game that struggled the first couple weeks. Looks like they might be finding an answer on that rushing attack.
Play action over the middle, and Villarreal had his guy. Asher just wasn't quite there.
Yeah, a little high. May have been a little bit off on the timing, but second down. Very fast-moving first quarter.
This is the first time really on this drive that the Olympians are settling down. The Owls have been able to get some substitutions, set up their defensive line. Brody Miller still the back. Keeper for Villarreal puts his head down. Comes up about a yard shy of that goal line.
Villarreal getting another good 4 yards there. And Columbus East right on the verge of their 2nd touchdown of the quarter.
First time under center. Quarterback keeper. Touchdown Columbus East.
Yep, finish right there. Just needing a yard out and 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns for the Olympians.
At Villarreal's first rushing touchdown of the season. 2 passing touchdowns coming into the game. He will go hold again for Skylar Bailey. High snap, and Bailey's kick is good. 14-6 lead Olympians. The Seymour Owls will be back on offense when we come back.
Did you know, according to the National Federation of High Schools, 80% of new officials quit the game after just 2 seasons because of abusive behavior from the stands and sidelines?
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Bertner Electric Incorporated provides professional commercial electrical contractor services to Indianapolis and surrounding communities. Locally owned and operated for over 30 years, our knowledge and experience make us the perfect choice for all your commercial electrical contractor needs. Contact us today.
Arav Nialani ready to kick it away for Columbus East after the quarterback Kyson Villarreal scored on a QB keeper at the 1-yard line. Two Seymour Owls ready to bring it back, and again it will be Everett Jackson. Jackson hasn't been able to get to the 25 either time that he's returned it. Same is true here, just about a yard short.
Columbus East special teams has done phenomenal so far against this Seymour team, and now Seymour backed up, not the great starting field position once again.
Last time the Owls were on the field, it was a fumble from Trayshawn Hawkins. Just a check down to Hawkins on the first passing play of the game for the Owls, and that ball just got punched out by Brody Miller. But it's been an offensive charge led by the running backs and by wide receiver Everett Jackson, who's kind of been used as a pseudo running back early in this game. Goes under center. Hands it off again. A lot of extra yards after that first contact. Second and short for the Owls. Carry for Trayshawn Hawkins.
Hawkins there getting about 8 yards on first down. And with the exception of that long touchdown run, the best run of the quarter so far for the Owls.
The Owls with a lot of movement in the backfield before Coates finally hands it off. That's kind of been their staple early in this season because they need to lean on that run game. Kind of create some of that deception. Hawkins and Bowles back there. Handoff. Hawkins gets the first down, looking for a little bit more. Hawkins using his shiftiness nearly got that stiff arm down. But a nice tackle made by Easton England.
This is what we've seen out of Hawkins this year, as I mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast, getting about 50%, responsible for about 50% of the team's offense. We look at it right here again, had a nice little hole, and the best gain of the game so far for Hawkins, 17 yards here.
The Owls trying to cross into Olympian territory, get their first down of the game in Olympian territory. Everett Jackson just ran his way into the end zone, as that's going to do it for the first quarter. 14-6, Columbus East leads here on IndianaSRN.
At Riskwork, we're Team Indiana through and through, from coaching youth basketball to protecting critical infrastructure. Like our partners at IndianaSRN, we invest in people first. That same grit and leadership on the court drives our work in cybersecurity. We help businesses stay secure, resilient, and ready with no guesswork. If you can trust us to protect the grid, you can surely trust us to protect your Indiana business.
It's game day, a time to focus on the excitement and not to worry about your insurance coverage. With Indiana Farmers Insurance by your side, you can step onto the field or into the bleachers with true peace of mind, knowing your coverage is handled by local agents who care about your business, your auto, your home, and your farm as much as you do. Local insurance, local agents, here for you. Now that's what we call teamwork.
Start of the second quarter here at Bullitt Stadium. The Seymour Owls trying to cross into Olympian territory for the second time this ball game. Looking for their first snap of the game in Olympian territory, as Everett Jackson just bulldozed his way for a touchdown. The Owls didn't need that snap. There he is, getting to the 50-yard line.
A minimal gain there. Good job by the Olympian defense, limiting it to a 2-yard gain on first down.
Pretty steady offensive attack for both of these teams in the first quarter. That fumble from Trayshawn Hawkins, really the difference maker right now. Hawkins, number one running back for the Owls, just a little slip up.
See Hawkins come back in here on the second down play.
Coates in the gun. hands it off, and Hawkins is smoked behind the line of scrimmage.
He saw that one coming, definitely, and a considerable loss on second down for Hawkins. Loss of about 4 yards here, and now it's a 3rd and long situation.
That's Caden Smith, the sophomore, 5'10", 240 pounds. He quickly got by the O-lineman for Seymour.
Do have an update from one of our SRN games. After the first quarter, Chittard leads Roncalli 3-0.
Third and long for the Seymour Owls. They're going to the air for just the second time. Coates on the run. Has his man, but shy of the first down. That was Alex Milliken. A bit of post-catch activity. Isaac Fields making the defensive play for East.
A good job there, but nothing really downfield to what Seymour needed. And you're looking at 4th down and 5, and we'll see what they do here.
Offense is staying out there. Coach just getting some information right now from his coaching staff. Waiting on a decision. But it looks like Tyson Moore, 6th-year head coach for Seymour, is going to elect to go for it here on 4th and 5.
I see him take a timeout here. Play clock's down to 5.
And that's exactly what he's going to do. 4th and 5 coming up for Seymour after the break.
This is LifeWise Academy. It's a program that teaches Bible-based character education to public school students during school hours. Not before school and not after, but during school hours.
So here's how this works. The students will leave this school building, hop on this bus, take a short ride across the street to the church. I can see the steeple from here, have Bible class, hop back on the bus, head back to school. It's that simple.
Go to lifewise.org to find your school.
During Army basic training, I found out I had 7 herniated discs. Prescription pain medication led me to a heroin addiction. I entered Wheeler's program and learned life on God's terms.
After meeting Greg, I was so impressed, I hired him. When you change that one life, it makes it all worthwhile.
Now, I have a family, house, and a job that I love. At Wheeler, you can have something everlasting.
Interesting situation for the Seymour Owls. 4th and 5 here in the second quarter. The offense is staying out there for Seymour. Max Coates going under center. Gain of 7 on 3rd and 12 to get to this point. The Owls need something similar to get the first down. Handoff. Ball's up the middle. And it's going to be a close spot.
I think he's going to be about a half-yard short. Seymour thinks they got it, but I think East might have stopped him.
Waiting for a referee decision. East had one of these in the first quarter. And it's Columbus East football.
Great job stopping about a half-yard short, and Columbus East getting the stop, and they're going to have great field position once again. As we look at it right here, about a half-yard short. Great stop there by East.
It was Brody Miller again on the stop. Miller has had a phenomenal game already on the defensive side of the ball. Forced a fumble from Trayshawn Hawkins in the first quarter. Led to the Olympians' second score of the ball game. As Kyson Villarreal and the offense is going to go back to work to score on their 3rd drive of the ball game. Play action. Villarreal over the middle. He's got Keaton Lawson. Lawson hard to bring down. A big gain on 1st and 10 for the Olympians.
Lawson's been the go-to receiver this year for the Olympians, but I believe that's the first target for him tonight, and it's good for a considerable first down gain for the Olympians as they rush back up to the line.
Saw this from East on the last drive, moving quickly so the Owls couldn't really get settled. Play action, a pull from Villarreal. Nearly gets to the first down again, a gain of 9.5 basically.
Great gain again for Villarreal, and once again Columbus East marching down the field.
J.D. Roeder at the back for Villarreal. Looks like we got a clock issue. Give Seymour a little bit of time to get settled before the Olympians take another quick snap. Play action. Over the middle, a catch for Asher, the big tight end. Gets inside the 10-yard line. First and goal coming up for the Olympians.
Great job once again. Villarreal finding his receiver, and another red zone opportunity and goal line opportunity for the Olympians for the third time tonight.
Asher, 6'5", 240 pounds. Great second option for Villarreal. Quarterback keeper, Villarreal breaks a tackle and comes up just short, looking for his second rushing touchdown of the game.
That's the 5th rush for Villarreal. I mentioned he was the team's leading rusher, and we're seeing why.
On those read options, Villarreal keeping it for so long before finally pulling. This time he'll hand it off, and Roeder bullies his way into the end zone.
3 possessions, 3 touchdowns for the Olympians, having their way on offense so far in this one, and building a 14-point lead.
The Olympians only scored 14 points through their first 2 games.
As you look at the touchdown again right here, couldn't ask for a better offensive start to this game for Columbus East.
Skylar Bailey looking for his 3rd PAT of the game. Nice snap, nice hold. And the PAT is good. 21-6 Olympians lead. The Owls will be on offense when we come back.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Countdown 3, 2, 1.
Ready to kick away for the Seymour or the Columbus East Olympians. Seymour Owls ready to receive. Aaron Holt and Everett Jackson back to receive. Jackson has gotten every kickoff that the Olympians have had. And he's going to get another. Talked about he comes up short of the 25-yard line, or has come up short. This time he won't. Fights his way to the 30. This is the best field position for the Owls starting a drive, but a late flag flies.
Let's see what this flag is. Something happened late there.
Looked like a face mask signal from the referee. And it's on the Olympians, so even better field position for Seymour.
First penalty tonight on Columbus East, but a little bit of a costly one, as that's going to move the football up around the 45-yard line.
The Owls scored on their first offensive drive of the game. It was a big run from Everett Jackson, as exactly like you said, the 45-yard line. But since that first drive, big yardage has been hard to come by.
Columbus East defense has just buckled down, and Seymour's just gotten nothing going. 95 yards of offense, but 62 of them on that first drive of the game.
Max Coates in the gun. We've only seen 2 pass attempts from him, both of them completions. He hands it off, up the middle, Bulls. Out 1 yard on the play.
Job once again by that East defense. Just not much running room at all for this Seymour Owls rushing game.
Bulls getting a lot of action in this game. He's only played 1 game on the season, the most recent one at Jeffersonville. 3 carries, 11 yards. And he's pretty much doubled that in this game alone. Alex Milliken, the only receiver wide. He does have a reception. It was on that 3rd and 12 play. Coates quickly under center. looking to throw this time. Wanted Milliken, nothing there. Asher chasing him down. He got him by the jersey.
Yeah, some of the Seymour fans wanting a horse collar there, but that looked like a good tackle, like you said, with the jersey. And it's going to be another 3rd and long situation for the Owls.
Loss of 3 on the play for Seymour. Really nice defense from the Olympians back, as Milliken was the intended target, a little out route, but he did not have much room at all, and Coates couldn't make that throw. No one else was downfield to receive.
Coates has only had 3 passing attempts in this game so far. May have to see one here on 3rd and long.
And a whistle blows. Play action. It looked like Seymour taking another timeout. 21-6 Olympians, and 3rd and long coming up for Seymour.
A great lawn starts with the right equipment. At Reynolds Farm Equipment, we're here to help you make mowing easier and more enjoyable. From zero turns to lawn tractors, John Deere mowers give you the power, precision, and comfort to get the job done right. Plus, with expert service and support from Reynolds, you can spend less time worrying about your mower and more time enjoying the results. Reynolds Farm Equipment, your local John Deere dealer since 1955.
Looking to elevate your brand? Choose Dynamark, your local one-stop shop for all your print, signs, promo products, apparel, and mailing services. Serving Indianapolis for over 50 years. Dynamark, where strong relationships are built through exceptional service.
Third and long for the Seymour Owls. Their second, third, and more than 10 in this second quarter. The first time they got it down to 4th and 5, but couldn't convert on 4th down. Only 3 passing attempts for the quarterback, Max Coates, in this game. He's 2 for 3. 4-man rush. They get to the quarterback. Big loss on the play. That's the second sack of the set of downs.
Boy, the offensive line broke down there, and Coates, nothing he could do there at all on a swarm of East Olympians that came after him, and Columbus East a very short field once again.
And Coates coming off the field. The Olympians looking like they'll punt on 4th and 22. A couple Olympians back to receive, one of them most notably Keaton Lawson, 6'5" senior, who's gotten the ball twice and been really hard to take down. Another timeout for the Seymour Owls. Bit of confusion on both sides. But now the Olympians will get together and talk things over.
Update on one of those SRN scores. Chittard has taken a 5-3 lead on Roncalli. Apparently there was a 2-run home run in that game.
21-6 here in Seymour. Missed PAT. Why the Owls aren't at 7. And then Columbus East, that offense has been phenomenal through its first 3 drives, scoring every time it's had the football. Punt away. Gonna find Keaton Lawson. Lawson breaks 1 tackle. He can't break anymore. Still gets to about the 45-yard line of the Olympians.
It will be again great field position for Columbus East, and another chance to put more points on the board here as we've just gone under 6 minutes. If you're a Columbus East fan, you've got to like what you've seen on both sides of the football so far.
That's after slow starts in the first 2 games for the Olympians. Most recently lost to Columbus North 52-7. But man, both sides, the offense and the defense, like you said, coming alive in this game.
Right on the money from Villarreal, finding his receiver Lawson. As we look at it once again, Villarreal has a lot of time, got great blocking, and finds him into coverage as well. A pass right on the money, and for the 4th time, the Olympians are in the red zone.
Longest reception by far for either side in this ball game. Again to pass. Villarreal looking end zone. Has to create with his feet. Has a man, and it's Keaton Lawson. 2 passes, 2 catches for Keaton Lawson. And Columbus East adds on to their lead.
Another reception for Lawson, and the 2nd passing touchdown of the half for Villarreal. 4th touchdown of the half for the Olympians. As we look at it right here, Villarreal rolling to his right again, finds Lawson and into the end zone for 6 more.
Skylar Bailey looking for his 4th PAT of the game. Villarreal holding. Makes you think there's always that threat to go for 2. Instead, PAT's good. 28-6, Columbus East leading Seymour in the 2nd quarter.
Poached egg on avocado toast.
Ew. Your flash fried porgy over chips.
Ew.
Your fresh main lobster with microgreens.
When the only thing your 8-year-old will eat is waffles.
She's fine. She's fine. Your waffles, milady.
It matters where you stay.
Yum.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
Hampton by Hilton. Hilton for the stay.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to order a hamburger, fries, salt, maybe a large vanilla shake.
This is a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got carry out?
Everything that you need, we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order today, carry out tonight. That's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Oh, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
I'll be back tomorrow to pick it up.
We'll be waiting for you.
Arav Nilani kicking off a 28-6 lead for Columbus East. After a 2-play drive, Kyson Villarreal finding Keaton Lawson on both plays. This is a squib kick pulled in by Cooper Smith. It's down to about the 40-yard line.
They're going to have to find something on the offensive side. As we mentioned, after that first offensive drive, they've managed just 18 yards of offense.
And that last offensive drive made real hard by the defensive line. Columbus East got in twice on the quarterback. Coates, hands off, Bowles, stuffed at the line, maybe half a yard.
Again, the Columbus East defense right there just nowhere to go. They are going to give him a yard on that.
Coates has gone to the air 3 times, has found receivers twice.
And in a situation, what it is, you're down 3 scores, you might have to start seeing a little bit more of the passing game for Coates.
The Olympians will get the ball to start the second half. Don't want to let Columbus East double dip either. QB keeper, first of the day for Coates. It's a pretty decent gain off of it.
We're good, 3.5. You're making it a more manageable now. 3rd down, about 4.5 or so.
Coates in his junior season only played in 2 games last year as a sophomore, one of 19 juniors. There are 22 underclassmen on this Owls team, so a lot of promise for what this team can do in the years to come, getting a lot of younger guys some good reps in this 2025 season. Getting Coates some more experience as well, taking the snaps. Bulls in the backfield. 3rd and 5. Double handoff again. Everett Jackson gets the first down.
Well, a little trickery there about the same play that got executed in the first quarter, finding Jackson and moving the ball into Columbus East territory with 3.5 and counting.
Such a reversal. Trayshawn Hawkins looks like he's dead to rights in the backfield and then hands it off to Everett Jackson, who both times on that play has gotten nice gains. Hawkins. About 5 on the carry.
Out there for Hawkins, finding room and making it a considerable gain on first down. And I think Seymour might be thinking what you just mentioned a couple minutes ago, knowing Columbus East gets the ball to start the second half. They want to try and go on a scoring drive and leave Columbus East as little time as possible.
And again, Brody Miller was in on that tackle for the Olympians. We've said his name a lot on the defensive side. Quarterback keeper, first down.
Great job again, finding another hole and moving the ball inside the 35-yard line. A new set of downs once again for Seymour, trying to change the momentum here a little bit going into halftime.
Gain of 7 on the rush for Max Coates, just the second QB keeper we've seen from him. But that play working well. We know that the running backs are very strong, very good for the Seymour Owls. Trayshawn Hawkins has been phenomenal in this young season.
We see Hawkins come back in on this first down play.
Clock ticking under 2 minutes. Handoff Everett Jackson. Jackson trying to get to the edge. Has to cut back in. Just couldn't quite get back to the line of scrimmage, but man, fought back from really a big loss.
Lucky to get where he did, as you mentioned. That was looking about a 5-6 yard loss. Instead, made it just a 1 yard loss. And we're down to a minute and a half and counting.
Now Max goes to quarterback, moving with a bit more urgency, getting the play call from his sideline, going back into that huddle under a minute and a half. The Olympians will get the football to start the second half, so this feels like a pretty important part of the game right now if you're the Owls. Play action. Coates launching downfield. Milliken catches it.
Getting out of bounds to stop the clock there. That moves the ball inside the 15 as we take a look at it. Coates find in hand, and Seymour, great scoring opportunity here right before the first half.
The Olympians just totally lost sight of the senior wide receiver, expecting one of those run plays, and Milliken got a big gain. Hawkins, a couple nice cuts. Gets inside the 10, but that clock's still winding down.
Nice 6 yard pickup there for Hawkins. We're under a minute here.
No timeouts for Seymour. This is just true football. 45 seconds left. Now we'll have a whistle, and Columbus East wants to take a timeout.
And to give their defense a little bit of a breather here. Seymour's gone on by far their best drive of the game.
And it all began for that run game, getting Trayshawn Hawkins involved, and even Everett Jackson allowed that big passing play for Milliken.
Everett Jackson, yeah, and finding that seam, as you mentioned, and he was made a couple good blocks there as well on a couple of those plays. And you look at the score right now, you're 28-6. But if you can go in the locker room getting a touchdown here, you're gonna feel, yes, you're still down 2 scores, but it's gonna be you're gonna feel so much better if you can finish this drive with a score here right before the half.
Totally take the momentum out of Columbus East sails by doing so, because man, that offense has been working quickly.
Well, no, Columbus East offense has been phenomenal. This is a team that only averaged about 170 yards of offense per game through their first 2 games. They're almost at that here at the half. So Columbus East has definitely found an offensive groove here tonight.
And as much as this score could take momentum away from Columbus East's offense, it could give momentum to Seymour's defense. Maybe give them a little bit of juice going into the half.
Give them that juice, and if they can force them into a 3-and-out to open the second half, this is going to be a brand new football game.
Second down and 4. The 7-yard line. Hawkins and Bowles the backs. Play action, looking Milliken again, far corner. Touchdown, Owls.
I wasn't sure if he was going to be able to stay in bounds or not, but he sure did, and a great pass there. And that's going to be the first passing touchdown of the season for Coates as we take a look at it, finding his receiver just in the corner and getting a foot down for the Seymour touchdown.
Man, what a throw from the junior quarterback. Off balance, defender in his face. He was able to make the play. Adrian Medina looking for the PAT. Was unable to get the first. Aaron Holtz holds. The kick is good this time. Seymour gets back on the board. It's 28-13. Lead for the Olympians.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with a blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there it's just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here, especially since it is a made from scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family, come have some great food, have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food.
Seymour Owls getting a big 7 points on the scoreboard. Just about 37 seconds left in this first half. The Olympians will still get a chance to get a playoff, try to double dip. If they so choose, they'll get the ball coming out of the half. We've seen Villarreal, the quarterback for the Olympians, make a big throw. There is that chance for fireworks. The Owls looking to keep momentum. Low kick. And again, it finds Keaton Lawson. Lawson, a hard guy to bring down. Finds the outside, cuts back in. Lawson has a lot of room. Lawson just has to beat the kicker. And what a play from Adrian Medina, the kicker, to stop his momentum. A touchdown-saving play right there.
Most definitely a touchdown-saving play right there. And how about this answer for East right off the touchdown? Finding the room and play here. This is 6 points for Columbus East. But now you're at the 30-yard line with one timeout. If you figure you're Columbus East, you have a chance to steal some points here before the half. Right when it looked like Seymour was starting to switch the momentum in this game.
Adrian Medina channeling his inner Pat McAfee to stop the Olympians from scoring right before the half comes. Villarreal quickly to the air, has his man. Mikhail Jones breaks a tackle, gets the first down and more. First down, clock stops at 10.3.
Nice job by Jones eluding those two tacklers, and one timeout. Looks like they're going to preserve it here on a spike.
They do spike it. About 8 seconds left, and that timeout. The entire Olympian offense was on the same page there, getting to that spike.
You know, with 8 seconds here, you have a chance to get 2 plays off here.
Villarreal looks end zone, has his tight end for the score. Paxton Thompson gets momentum right back for East.
The East, what an answer that was out of the Seymour touchdown. And a wide open receiver, and Villarreal did a great job to find him. As we look at it again, Villarreal spots him from the beginning, and an easy touchdown for the Olympians, switching the momentum right back after that Seymour touchdown.
PAT is good. The Olympians re-extend the lead. We'll be right back on IndianaSRN.
They say nice guys don't finish first. So maybe it's time to reconsider what it means to be first.
It's about being your best, but knowing you could be even better.
It's being present, but respectful of history.
It's donating something more valuable than money.
It's believing in yourself and something bigger.
It's coming from different families, but treating each other like brothers.
It's not just being a man, it's being a Mason.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Columbus East conjuring some magic late in the first half, scoring with about 37 seconds on the game clock. And what a response after Seymour charged down the field and got what looked like it was going to be the late score in the half.
Yeah, and just allowing Columbus East to get that long kickoff return, that's just something that can't happen if you're Seymour.
Another squib kick. It all gets all the way back to Everett Jackson. Jackson pulled down and runs out of time. 35-13 is how these two teams go into the break. And man, what an offensive explosion for both teams early on, but the Olympians really kept it up.
Columbus East just finding something to the tune of 5 touchdowns in that first half, exposing that Seymour defense. And I still can't get over that immediate momentum shift right when it looked like Seymour had gotten back in this football game here before the half. And Columbus East, as you said, we're going to see get the football as well to start this second half of play.
The good news for the Owls, though, they did find momentum with that late drive, scoring a touchdown, getting the PAT. Max Coates, the quarterback, looked really, really good on that drive.
Coates looking a lot better as this game goes on. I think he finally saw something in that East defense as you saw them march right down the field there on that touchdown drive. We'll see what he can do here in the second half.
John, really quickly before we go to the break, your keys for both of these teams coming out of halftime.
Well, obviously, if you're Columbus East getting the football here to begin the third quarter, you kind of get the sense with the way their offense has been, they're kind of sensing just a knockout punch right at the beginning of that third quarter. So it's very important. Seymour's going to have to buckle down defensively and stop Columbus East and give their offense a chance to get down the field, because the defense, I mean, that's not like they've been on the field a lot in the first half, but Columbus East has found something against that Seymour defense, and they've just exposed it in that first half.
Don't go anywhere. We've got a halftime conversation coming up with Seymour Athletic Director Kirk Manns, but it's 35-13 at the half. We'll be right back on IndianaSRN.
Hey, thanks for joining us tonight. We consider it a privilege to have you as one of our listeners and viewers. If you'd like to see more content just like tonight, just hit the donate button. Every dollar that you donate will go right back into more games right here on IndianaSRN, which means more games for you. It's IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
This is the hotel breakfast.
It looked different online.
Do you children like eggs? Here, they make your bones grow.
It'll be fine. It's gonna be fine.
All right, guys, look alive.
Is it fine, Daryl?
I'm starving.
When free hot breakfast can make or break your day, it matters where you stay.
Go get 'em.
Hampton by Hilton. Hilton for
It's a program that teaches Bible-based character education to public school students during school hours. Not before school and not after, but during school hours.
So here's how this works. The students will leave this school building, hop on this bus, take a short ride across the street to the church. I can see the steeple from here, have Bible class, hop back on the bus, head back to school. It's that simple.
Go to lifewise.org to find your school.
Halftime here at Seymour. Graham Nash joined by Seymour Athletic Director Kirk Manns. Kirk, thank you so much for joining us. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great, Graham.
Awesome. A couple questions for you. Thank you so much for joining us. First off, fall sports calendar is packed. How's the season going across the board for your other programs?
Well, first off, you're marrying a North Judson girl.
I am.
So that's awesome, and know the family well. So that's great to hear. Yeah, we're packed. Every high school in the state in America is packed with athletic events every night, and so this is no different, though. It's a great night. The only problem we're having is on the scoreboard there. That last score is going to hurt a little bit, but yeah, things are moving, and they always are. a lot of kids are playing, and a lot of kids are competing, and a lot of good things happening this time of year, for sure.
What would you say makes Seymour should come down and see for themselves?
Well, as we look out on the football field, we've got a marching band out there right now with about 270 kids in it. So that's pretty cool. That doesn't happen very often, and there are a lot of special things about Seymour on an athletic night like this. It's a small community still, even though the school has grown, and the numbers in the schools are getting larger and getting a lot more. We're up to 1,700 kids, I think, something like that. So we're getting bigger, but still a small town atmosphere. And when the athletic teams are doing well, and everybody rallies around them, and that's a special feeling too. And being from a small town and being able to experience that growing up, that's always really neat.
260 in the band, that's pretty impressive. That's a good number. We know that great communities built on great partnerships. What would you say to other sponsors about connecting with IndianaSRN and coach at IndianaSRN.org?
Well, it's been a great relationship for us. I remember Keith coming to me last year and talking a little bit about doing some of our basketball games and getting involved, and his experience that he had doing the high school tournaments with the regional and the semi-state with the size of our gym, and so I got a chance to know him, and he wanted to get in and start doing some more things. I think the biggest thing is it's great exposure for our school, for Seymour community, and the more we can get our kids and get that exposure, I think that's always good. And the world of the social media and the world of just streaming and all of that, it's really good for us to be able to show what we have here, show our facilities off. And that always helps when it comes to, people are deciding where they want to go to school. Those are big decisions to make. So, but the more exposure, the better.
If you could pick one hidden gem about Seymour athletics, something fans don't always see, what would that be?
Well, I would say for me, as an athletic director, I'm really appreciative of our coaching staff. And we've got good kids, there's no doubt about that, and we've got kids that work hard, but our coaching staff, we have veteran coaches across the board that have been doing it a long time that are really interested in education-based athletics, and I think that's important. We're getting away from that. The world's moving away from those types of things. The lessons that are learned tonight out on this field, whether you're on the winning side or the losing side, are invaluable, and so hopefully we can keep that up. We can keep people interested in coaching. We can get young people in coaching and have them stay in coaching, and continue to believe in that education-based theory.
Finally, Kirk, on behalf of Keith and the whole crew, we want to thank you and your staff for the hospitality and ask you, what's one thing that you would like to see IndianaSRN capture about Seymour Pride?
Well, I think you're capturing it just by giving us that. And the more you get out and the more schools and the more games that you guys do, just continue to get those games out. And everybody's not able to get out to them. And it's good to be able to turn it on and be able to watch it and watch it from your living room and just see what's going on. And, it's nice to have people in the stands, but again, it's just nice having people watching.
Kirk, thank you so much for joining us here
anytime.
on IndianaSRN.
Yeah, good to meet you.
You as well, and shout out North Judson as well for you.
Go Blue Jays.
Go Blue Jays. About 8 minutes until the second half restarts. Seymour and Columbus East here on IndianaSRN.
It's a program that teaches Bible-based character education to public school students during school hours. Not before school and not after, but during school hours.
So here's how this works. The students will leave this school building, hop on this bus, take a short ride across the street to the church. I can see the steeple from here, have Bible class, hop back on the bus, head back to school. It's that simple.
Go to lifewise.org to find your school.
Big play here for Mount Vernon. Ertl looking right, now over the middle, fires, and it's what a throw.
Boy, what a stick, huh? Side out.
Back to the middle, and guess what? You want a point on the other side, you go to Taylor Lewis.
Here's Freeman. Has an opening shot. Score!
Stafford around a screen. Skip pass. Mays with 3. Mays drive. Floater up and in at the horn.
Hand off, and nice hole over the near side. 40, 35, 30. Block to the outside. 20, 15, 10, 5, and touchdown. And that's a big one right there. And finally, somebody gets on the board.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Welcome back to Bullitt Stadium on the campus of Seymour High School. It's 35-13. Columbus East leading Seymour. Graham Nash and John Lester joining you from the press box. And John, there's a very quick offensive start for both teams, but then Seymour's offense kind of stalled, and that's when Columbus East pulled away.
Columbus East really buckled down defensively after that first offensive score for Seymour. They could just get nothing going offensively. That's when Columbus East went on that 28 straight point run there before what appeared that Seymour was turning the momentum back with that touchdown before Columbus East took the kickoff deep and scored on 2 plays to bring it back to a 3-possession game here at the half.
And Seymour did find a bit of momentum there late in this first half, but then Columbus East kind of took it all away. Regardless, the quarterback, Max Coach, really got into a nice groove.
Yes, he certainly did, and you're seeing with this Columbus East offense, finally, you look at this Olympians offense, they might finally be starting to find some offensive rhythm, something that they've struggled with the first 2 games of the season. They're finally starting to get in groove offensively here, and to the tune of almost 200 yards of offense in that first half for the Olympians.
Before these two teams come back, take the field, John, you've got couple scores for us around Indianapolis.
We've got some scores around the Indianapolis area. One of the featured games of the night in the Indianapolis area is up in Hamilton County, and Hamilton Southeastern leading Avon 14-7. All these scores are either late second quarter or at halftime. A bit of a surprising score on the west side as we approach halftime. Pike leading Ben Davis 7-0. Chittard leading Roncalli 19-3. That game's approaching halftime. Columbus North 27-0 over Southport. Hamilton County battle, Fishers 28-3 over Noblesville. Score from up in northern Indiana, the defending 2A champions, Adams Central, they're leading Muncie Central 12-6. Conference rival for Franklin, 7-2 lead over Perry Meridian. That game approaching halftime. Warren Central 38-0 over North Central. And Brownsburg 35-0 over Franklin Central. Decatur Central over Whiteland 16-8. That's also a late second quarter score.
And it's 35-13 here, like we mentioned. Columbus East leading Seymour right before went to the half. Talked about your couple of things for both sides that you think needs to get cleaned up before this second half. Want to reiterate those things before we get going.
Seymour's got to find a way somehow defensively to stop this Columbus East offense that we have seen just go off here in this first half. This opening possession of the second half is going to be very, very telling. If Columbus East can march down the field and put more points on the board, you get the feeling that might be a knockout punch. It is very, very important for Seymour to limit, if not 3 and out. You're going to have to somehow stop Columbus East on this first drive. And then if you can get the ball back, see if you can do what you did right there before the half when it looked like you finally found an offensive rhythm on that last offensive drive. But this first drive of this third quarter is going to be very, very important.
Columbus East will get the football off the halftime kick in about 1 minute and 50 seconds. We will be right back for that kick on IndianaSRN.
Hello and welcome to Game Day. My name is Keith Myers. I'm the Vice President of IndianaSRN. We're glad that you joined us today. If you'd like to see more content just like tonight, just hit the donate button. Every dollar that you donate will go right back into more games right here on IndianaSRN, which means more games for you. It's IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
Your business depends on quality, efficiency, and reliability. At Reynolds Farm Equipment, we help you stay ahead with John Deere commercial mowers built for performance. Whether you're maintaining parks, businesses, or neighborhood lawns, you need equipment that works as hard as you do. With expert service, flexible financing, and the best lineup of mowers in the industry, Reynolds keeps your operation running strong. Reynolds Farm Equipment, your local John Deere dealer since 1954.
IndianaSRN wants to put more kids on TV. And honestly, that's exactly what these kids deserve. They stream more than 350 high school and college games every year, giving Indiana athletes the spotlight they've earned. All games are free to watch with on-demand on their YouTube channel. The cost is amazingly affordable, which means more kids get their moment to shine. IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Did you know, according to the National Federation of High Schools, 80% of new officials quit the game after just 2 seasons because of abusive behavior from the stands and sidelines?
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Bertner Electric Incorporated provides professional commercial electrical contractor services to Indianapolis and surrounding communities. Locally owned and operated for over 30 years, our knowledge and experience make us the perfect choice for all your commercial electrical contractor needs. Contact us today.
At Riskwork, we're Team Indiana through and through, from coaching youth basketball to protecting critical infrastructure. Like our partners at IndianaSRN, we invest in people first. That same grit and leadership on the court drives our work in cybersecurity. We help businesses stay secure, resilient, and ready with no guesswork. If you can trust us to protect the grid, you can surely trust us to protect your Indiana business.
It's game day, a time to focus on the excitement and not to worry about your insurance coverage. With Indiana Farmers Insurance by your side, you can step onto the field or into the bleachers with true peace of mind, knowing your coverage is handled by local agents who care about your business, your auto, your home, and your farm as much as you do. Local insurance, local agents, here for you. Now that's what we call teamwork.
Welcome back to Bullitt Stadium, Seymour High School. Columbus East and Seymour about to start the second half. Columbus East will get the football coming out of the break. Graham Nash and John Lester with you. And John, halftime was pretty fun. Saw a pretty cool sight with the Seymour band.
I was out there amongst the stands when you were up here doing the interview, and that's one of the best band performances, if not one of the best bands in the state of Indiana I have seen out there on the field. That was a phenomenal halftime performance by the Seymour band. Did I hear 260 members in that band? Wow.
Very impressive band. Trying to give a bit of momentum to this Seymour team that found momentum at the very end of that first half. But the Olympians kind of sucked the wind out of their sails with a 30-second left drive in that first half. And the Olympians will get the football, so Seymour's defense going to have to be really, really strong on this first set of downs.
Seymour's going to have to find a way somehow to keep Columbus East to limit this drive. And you were mentioning that 30-second drive there at the end of that first half. Lawson with both catches. I've got unofficially Lawson 4 catches, 87 yards in that first half for East.
Seymour's defense getting thrown with a bit of a curveball, at least compared to its last game against Jeffersonville. Jeffersonville had 359 rushing yards. In this game, the Olympians have mostly gotten their offensive production in the air. That could be a big reason for a bit of this point differential.
Columbus East has found something in the passing game. 10 of 12 passing in that first half for Villarreal for 146 yards against this Seymour defense.
The Olympians have Keaton Lawson back to receive, one of the two options for Columbus East. Lawson made those 2 late catches with about 30 seconds left. Stands 6'5", nearly 200 pounds. As Adrian Medina is going to kick things off in the second half. It's an onside kick, and the Owls have the football. Charlie Bruce with the recovery, and Seymour firing out of a cannon.
I was wondering, that was a very interesting kickoff style as we look at it here and got the perfect bounce. I was wondering if we were going to see something out of Seymour, just the way they lined up on that kickoff. It was an odd alignment, and sure enough, there's a way to get the momentum right there.
Max Coates in the offense retakes the field. Couple running back options. There have been a lot of different designed runs in this play. This is a handoff for Bowles over the right guard. Gain of about 2 on the first run play of the half.
Bowles saw something there and got a good 3-yard pickup on first down. It's very important for Seymour. You have got to convert this with a touchdown. You're starting on the plus side of the field. You run a trick play. It is very important. Seymour's going to have to finish this drive off with 6 points.
And a gutsy call to begin the second half for Seymour head coach Tyson Moore in his 6th year with the Seymour Owls. The Owls trying to pay off the decision. Handoff given to Everett Jackson. Jackson hitting the backfield, breaks the tackle. Everett Jackson on his feet, falls just short of the line to gain.
Jackson, a great job eluding some Columbus East defenders there, coming up just about a yard short of a first down here.
The Owls coming out, making an early statement against these Columbus East Olympians, not going away. Both of these teams coming into this game 0-2, looking for their first wins of the season. The Owls also 0-1 in Hoosier Hills Conference. Lost to Jeffersonville was the first conference game of the season for the Owls. Handoff this time, it's Hawkins. Hawkins gets the first down and more. Hawkins near the red zone.
Great job by Hawkins, getting about 12 yards there, and the Owls have marched inside the 25-yard line on this opening drive of the second half.
The crowd has started to get a bit involved as well here in Seymour. Heard Athletic Director Kirk Manns at the half talk about how special this crowd can be, really pumping up the team. Fake handoff, play action, pressure, Coates spins out of it, throws on the run, caught! Everett Jackson makes the catch on a phenomenal play from Coates.
I don't know how Coates got out of that tackle, but he sure did, and then found Jackson down the field. That's about the best 5-yard completion you're ever going to see.
Ever since late in that second quarter, Coates has been slinging the rock. Couple of really nice plays in his last couple of offensive drives to make things happen. Coates in his junior season. In the pistol, handoff, Hawkins. Can't quite get to the edge. A nice tackle from East.
Yeah, nothing doing that. East brought it right there, and now it's going to be a 3rd down and 4 from the red zone.
That was again Brody Miller. Talked about him a lot in the first half. One of the Olympians' best defensive players. Forced a fumble in that first quarter off of Trayshawn Hawkins, who just had the ball. Also has an interception on the season. 3rd and 5. Handoff. Hawkins. Nice spin to get a few extra yards. Looks like they'll be just short of the line to gain.
Going to be about a yard short, and there's no question Seymour's going to leave the offense out on the field here on this 4th and about a yard and a half, looks like.
I call it 4th and 2. Bulls and Hawkins both in the backfield. Coates under center. It's Hawkins. Hawkins fighting with his blockers. 1st down, Seymour.
Yeah, it looks like Columbus East had a chance to stop him there, but Hawkins kept the legs going and keeps the drive alive for the Seymour Owls. Got Hawkins unofficially now at 56 yards rushing. And a good time-consuming drive here for Seymour as well.
Brody Bulls in the backfield. Hawkins in motion. Trick play on the far side. Loss on the play. Again, it was Everett Jackson on that little flip.
Yeah, Olympians weren't fooled at all that time. Tried to go back to Jackson again. They're going to end up losing about a yard here on this 1st down play, and it's 2nd down. Drive approaching 4.5 minutes here for Seymour to open 3rd quarter.
Bulls and Hawkins still in the backfield. Bulls up the middle, has a hole! And a big gain on 2nd and long to make it 3rd and manageable.
I think a 7-yard there for Bulls inside the 10-yard line.
Couple of 3rd and short, 3rd and mediums, 3rd and manageables for Seymour in that 1st half. And late in that drive where the Owls scored, they were able to convert on those 3rd and shorts, 3rd and manageables. And they need it again here. Quarterback keeper. Coates up the middle into the end zone. Lightning in a bottle for Seymour to begin the 2nd half.
That is absolutely what you needed for Seymour. You get a trick play to open the quarter, and then you finish it off with a touchdown and get yourself right back in the football game once again.
Hard to explain just how big that is for Seymour.
Here, you look at it here. Coates finding the team basically untouched into the end zone, and we've got ourselves a 2-possession game again.
Adrian Medina works on the PAT, 35-20. The Olympians lead Seymour in the 2nd half.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Countdown 3, 2, 1.
The Owls cutting into the Olympians' lead immediately in the 2nd half thanks to an onside kick that led to a Max Coates keeper touchdown run. Question now is, do they go right back to that onside kick?
I don't think you're going to see it again. It might work the first time. I don't think you're going to see it. Kick it deep here. You got your defense has had a breather, a halftime breather, and then that trick play. Now let's see if the defense can come out and maybe force a 3 and out and get this football right back to the offense.
A lot of momentum on the side of the Owls here at Bullitt Stadium on the campus of Seymour High School. As Adrian Medina will kick it away. No onside kick here. Good kick. Reeled in by Keaton Roberts. Roberts first time returning a kickoff, and he's got a couple blocks. Keaton Roberts down the near sideline, and again, it's the kicker Medina to stop a potential touchdown on the kick return.
Again, the special team stepping up for East, getting the blockers and starting this drive near midfield for their first possession of the second half.
It looked like there was potential for a hold call on the near side pretty quickly after Keaton Roberts received that kickoff, but no flag flies. So really strong field position for the Olympians and Kyson Villarreal, who had a phenomenal first half.
Now we'll see if the Seymour defense can step up here and hold East.
Columbus East got pretty much all of its yardage in that first half offensively from the air, especially late in that first half. Play action, screen play. Jones has a couple blocks, finds the center of the field, and is brought down inside the 30.
They're 22 yards right there on that pass to Jones, and on one play, East marches it inside the 30-yard line.
Columbus East, such a size advantage on offense. Tight end Asher, 6'5". Michael Jones, who just caught that screen pass, 6'2". Keaton Lawson, who we've talked a lot about, 6'5" as well. Another tight end option. And Paxton Thompson, 6 feet tall. Those four have wreaked havoc on the Seymour defense. Here's a handoff. Over the right guard, some room to run. J.D. Rodert gets the first down.
Again, on 2 plays, Columbus East exposing that Seymour defense and moving the ball into the red zone and looking for a quick answer to that last Seymour touchdown.
And East continues to move very, very quickly. Handoff, Rodert again, has a hole. Rodert walks into the end zone.
And Columbus East made that look very, very easy. It took only 3 plays to answer the Seymour touchdown to push it back to a 3-score lead. As we're going to look at it right here, finding room and basically untouched into the Seymour end zone, and what a quick answer for the Olympians.
Skylar Bailey. Converts on the PAT, 42-20. Columbus East answers right back in the second half.
A great lawn starts with the right equipment. At Reynolds Farm Equipment, we're here to help you make mowing easier and more enjoyable. From zero turns to lawn tractors, John Deere mowers give you the power, precision, and comfort to get the job done right. Plus, with expert service and support from Reynolds, you can spend less time worrying about your mower and more time enjoying the results. Reynolds Farm Equipment, your local John Deere dealer since 1955.
Looking to elevate your brand? Choose Dynamark, your local one-stop shop for all your print, signs, promo products, apparel, and mailing services. Serving Indianapolis for over 50 years. Dynamark, where strong relationships are built through exceptional service.
Kickoff for Seymour. Pulled in by Everett Jackson. Jackson with a nice cut. Catches the edge. A gain of about 10 after initially making contact with the Columbus East Olympians. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Officially Human. Our mission is to restore respect for game officials and recognize them as authorities on the field and on the courts. Do your part. Practice good sportsmanship. No officials, no game. As Max Coates in the offense goes back onto the field for Seymour. That offense really found some good momentum on its first drive.
Definitely like what we saw from Seymour there, and going back to the end of the first half drive there. Let's see if they can sustain it once again here.
Coates scored on a quarterback keeper, goes to the air immediately, has Jackson near sideline. It's right around the line to gain.
Yeah, considerable gain there on first down on that pass to Jackson. It'll be about a couple yards short, looks like.
Second and just about 2. That's the first time that Coates has gone to the air to start a drive in this ball game. It's been establish the run game, then go to the air when need be. This time the playbook opening a little bit more. Back to the air again. Coates flushed out, throws on the run, and it's well behind Jackson, the intended receiver.
Well done there by Coach, though. Mine saw he didn't have anything downfield and just threw it out of bounds. You don't want to risk a throw downfield into coverage and end up with a careless turnover. Smart play there by Coates.
Today's broadcast brought to you by IndianaSRN Sports Page. Wall-to-wall sports coverage every day. High school, college, and pro. Check it out at IndianaSRN.org and click on the Sports Page tab. Handoff. Hawkins able to dodge a couple defenders. Spins out of a tackle. Hawkins into enemy territory.
It looked like Columbus East had him stopped for no gain, and Hawkins turns it into a 14-yard pickup for Seymour. Hawkins right at the 70-yard mark now in this game.
Hawkins only had 39 rushing yards in Seymour's last game at Jeffersonville. Has broken free a little bit more in the third game of the season. Came into the game with 148 yards on the ground over the young season. Another handoff. Hawkins with some more room. Another spin move. Hawkins fighting his way to that first down line.
I think they're going to give it to him right at the line to gain, 31-yard line.
They do, move the chains. The response from Seymour's offense has been really, really impressive.
Sure like what I've seen out of this offense the last quarter and a half or so.
Flushed out of the pocket. Coates directing traffic, keeps it himself. Gets out. Smart choice in a gain of about 6.
Good gain there for Coates. A 6-yard pickup there, and Seymour on the drive once again in this game.
And Coates finding ways to be really, really effective now, using his legs when he's in trouble. Something we didn't see a lot of. He went down a couple times in the pocket in that first half.
He did, yeah. Gawke kind of collapsed on him. Columbus East able to get to him there a couple times in the first half. As they try to get the wave going here.
Trayshawn Hawkins, star running back into the game for Seymour. They give it right to him. Hawkins following his blockers. Spins across the first down marker.
Again, moving the chains for Seymour, moving the ball into the red zone once again. As Hawkins is approaching the 100-yard mark tonight. The thing that actually has most impressed me for both teams tonight, we have gone this game, we've only seen 2 penalties the entire night against these teams combined.
Very clean football from both sides. Very physical, though, too. They're giving it their all. Still Hawkins and Bulls in the backfield. Coates under center. Makes the handoff, in trouble, throws it as he gets hit, and a big pull, a flag flies. Milliken, the intended receiver.
So this is definitely going to be a half the distance penalty. Move the ball inside the 10.
I believe they get Dallas Dykstra with the penalty. Dykstra, one of the most effective defensive players for Columbus East. And his junior season leads the team with 9.5 tackles a game through the first 2. That time, just lost his man. Alex Milliken made a really nice move. He was wide open in the end zone.
Going to mark this right at the 10.
First and goal. Bulls hit immediately. Gain of about 1.
Olympian defense up to the challenge that time. Nowhere to go for Bulls that time, limiting him to a 1.5 yard gain.
3 passing plays in this drive for Max Coates. Completed one of them. The other made a really nice, smart play in throwing it behind Jackson when he was in trouble. And then there, that pass interference, getting the Owls into the first and goal territory. Most we've seen the Owls go to the air. Here's a handoff. Hawkins into the end zone. Seymour strikes back.
Seymour, the quick answer. Hawkins finding the end zone from 9 yards out. And again, makes it a 2-score game. As we're going to look at it right here, Hawkins getting the carry into the end zone. And a chance to cut this to 15 once again.
Adrian Medina going back to work. Missed his first PAT of the ball game. But he's been perfect since. Seymour strikes right back, trying to take down Columbus East on IndianaSRN.
Poached egg on avocado toast.
Ew. Your flash fried porgy over chips.
Ew.
Your fresh main lobster with microgreens.
When the only thing your 8-year-old will eat is waffles.
She's fine. She's fine. Your waffles, milady.
It matters where you stay.
Yum.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
Hampton by Hilton. Hilton for the stay.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to order a hamburger, fries, salt, maybe a large vanilla shake.
This is a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got carry out?
Everything that you need, we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order today, carry out tonight. That's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Oh, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
I'll be back tomorrow to pick it up.
We'll be waiting for you.
Offensive explosions for both teams here at Bullitt Stadium on the campus of Seymour High School. Columbus East and Seymour going back to back to back, scoring on each of their drives in this second half. The Olympians going to try to match the Owls for a second time this half, as Adrian Medina is going to kick it away to the two Keatons. Keaton Lawson on the near side, and Keaton Roberts on the far side of the field for the Olympians. And it's going to go for Keaton Lawson, goes out of play, and is going to be a penalty to start out for the Owls. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Family Source Insurance. Pat Cherry is your independent agent, proudly representing Ohio Mutual Insurance. Call him today at 317-894-7000 for coverage tomorrow. And by Aspen Creek Grill. Why go anywhere else? If you're looking for fresh, amazing food and servers who truly care about your experience, you've got to try Aspen Creek Grill.
Well, what we've seen with the Columbus East special teams the last couple kickoffs, getting the deep kickoff returns, kicking the ball out of bounds may not have been a bad thing here. We'll see for Seymour as they're back to now 35-yard line. We're starting field position about the last 4 drives.
Tyson Villarreal just pitches it to Jones, and the football comes out late. Seymour the first to it.
I think they're going to mark him down.
They do. Ball popped out late. Let's take another look.
That was, yeah, I think his knee did hit just before the ball came out. That didn't look like the correct call.
Empty backfield for Villarreal. Immediate pressure screen play for Roeder, and he's brought down immediately.
All right, here the Seymour defense. You've gotten 2 stops here. You've got Columbus East backed up to a 3rd down and medium here. If you can get a 3 and out and get your offense back on the field, that's going to totally change the momentum, which appears has gone back into Seymour. We've seen that switch about 2, 3, 4 times tonight.
Villarreal just leads his man too far. Michael Jones, the intended receiver.
And there's that 3-and-out you needed if you're the Seymour defense. Now you're going to get the football back. You'd have pretty good field position, as I believe this is going to be the first punt of the night for Columbus East, which I assume is going to be a punt.
I believe Villarreal has come off the field. Now East punter will come on. Camden Shelley. Friendly bounce for Columbus East. And picked up last second was Aaron Holt. A tackle made immediately by Paxton Thomas. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by Wheeler Mission. For over 131 years, Wheeler Mission has been a pillar of the Indianapolis community, providing help, hope, and healing to those in need. Can you volunteer today? Call 317-686-6239. Become an IndianaSRN sponsor today. Support high school and college athletics across Indiana while putting your business in front of thousands of loyal viewers each week. Contact coach at IndianaSRN.org. Coates immediately to the air, has Jackson near side for a quick gain of about 7.
So we're seeing the worst starting field position of the day for Seymour, but there's a quick 8 yards on this first down reception.
QB keeper. But East did a pretty good job of reading it. Short gain on the play for Coates.
It'll be about a 3rd and right at a yard here for Seymour as we're down to the final minute of the 3rd.
Both backs in the backfield, Trayshawn Hawkins and Brody Bowles. Hawkins has gotten the majority of the carries, but Bowles has had a good impact. This time they give it to Bowles, and he bulldozes his way across the line to gain. First down, Seymour.
4-yard pickup, keep those chains moving for the Owls. They will have to snap it one more time here in the 3rd quarter.
About an 8-second difference between the play clock and the game clock. To the air, Coates. Crossing route just dropped by Milliken.
Little bit behind him there. Milliken incomplete off his hands. And now with 19 seconds to go in the quarter.
But another throw on the money for Max Coates. He's really come alive in the passing game.
Like what I've seen for Coates here in this game and that rushing game as well for Seymour for Coates. He has done it. He's become a dual threat here tonight as well for Seymour.
It's only the 5th game of Coates' high school career, playing in his junior season. Handoff, Hawkins fights his way to about 6 yards. And that's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter. Offense has been going pretty heavily for both teams, but the Seymour defense came alive and got their first stop of the Olympians. 42-27 on IndianaSRN.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with the blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there it's just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here, especially since it is a made from scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family, come have some great food, have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food.
Today's broadcast brought to you by LifeWise Academy. LifeWise programs support educators and communities by improving student outcomes. With LifeWise Academy, your community can bring biblical values back into the classroom. Call today at 614-367-5767. Handoff. Hawkins gets the first down. Seymour's offense continues to move.
Continuing to find steam in that Columbus East defense and going to rack up the yards as Hawkins now has gone over the 100-yard mark or 100-yard rushing mark tonight. As a team, that puts Seymour over 200 tonight rushing.
Another handoff. This time Columbus East doing a pretty good job of handling the ball carrier. That was again Trayshawn Hawkins.
18 carries for Hawkins tonight, 115 yards.
In the second half, we've seen Max Coates, the quarterback, go to the air a lot more than he did in the first half. His arm has looked good. He's been putting it in good spots for his receivers. Play action here. Rushed immediately, and he makes the play. Brody Bowles with the catch, just shy of the first down marker, but still, Max Coates with another great play.
Great job under pressure by Coates. Somehow found his receiver and setting up a third and very short here for the Owls.
Handoff, met immediately. Bowles fought his way right around that marker. And it's a first down.
They did give it to him. And continuing to move the chains there for the Owls. A new set of downs.
It's an impressive fight from the senior. Was met immediately in the backfield and still found his way to the first down.
Again, you're on the plus side of the field for Seymour, and here in the fourth quarter, you've got to finish this off with a touchdown.
To the air. And picked off. Michael Jones with a big play. Charlie Bruce, the intended receiver.
First mistake we've seen from Coates tonight. He threw into a little bit of coverage that time. As we look at it right here, just defended too well and right into the hands of the defensive player for Columbus East. And a big, big turnover.
And the Seymour defense going to have to try to show up again. Came up with a big stop about halfway through that third quarter. The offense unable to take advantage of it. The first slip up from Max Coates, who has had a phenomenal ball game. Now we've got a timeout for Columbus East. The Olympians back on offense after the slip up from the Seymour Owls. We'll be right back on IndianaSRN.
Hey, thanks for joining us tonight. We consider it a privilege to have you as one of our listeners and viewers. If you'd like to see more content just like tonight, just hit the donate button. Every dollar that you donate will go right back into more games right here on IndianaSRN, which means more games for you. It's IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
This is the hotel breakfast.
It looked different online.
Do you children like eggs?
Close ball game in the fourth quarter, but the Seymour Owls defense needing to show up against Kyson Villarreal. Hands it off. JT Roeder spins his way to a gain of 9 yards. The Olympians haven't gone to the ground much in the second half. That was a big gain for Roeder.
Let's see if they go to a little bit more of the ground now, having a 2-possession lead, and see if they're going to start working on this clock a little bit as we're under 9.5 minutes.
Roeder comes off the field. Keaton Roberts comes on. Roberts in the backfield. Pistol formation for the Olympians. Handoff, right side, and room for Roberts. He's wrapped up by Nehemiah Jones. Saved with a very big play.
Yeah, huge hole there for Roberts. He found it. And that was going to be an even bigger gain if not for that last tackle there. But East has moved onto the plus side of the field and continuing to work on that clock.
Roberts stays in the game for Columbus East. And East sticks to the run game. Another nice gain. Keaton Roberts has the Olympians moving.
Second straight carry for Roberts and moving that ball down for East. And they're starting to use up a lot of that play clock here as well, knowing the situation.
Villarreal almost got a jump, pulls it back. Over the middle is caught by the tight end. Thompson pulled down inside the 10-yard line.
Villarreal throwing a pass in there, seeing his tight end was open down the field, and that moves it inside the red zone, and a first and goal opportunity again for the Olympians. Gonna spot it at the 7-yard line, looks like.
Looked like the Owls might have been expecting run after the 3 straight runs from East. Villarreal pulls it back. This time he'll hand it off. Roberts, right side. He's short. Still, Columbus East chipping away.
They'll move the ball inside the 5-yard line, and Columbus East looking for the knockout touchdown right here.
Michael Jones and Keaton Lawson, the 2 receivers. Lawson far side of the field. Jones near side. Both of them have had very big receptions. Roberts the back. And they've got a touchdown, a keeper for Kyson Villarreal. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
Villarreal saw he had room, finishes off the last 4 yards, and puts the Olympians to what might be an insurmountable 3-score lead again with 7:11 to go. As we look at it right here, Villarreal, nobody around him and untouched into the end zone.
Skylar Bailey adds to the lead. Columbus East back in control. We'll be right back on IndianaSRN.
It's a program that teaches Bible-based character education to public school students during school hours. Not before school and not after, but during school hours.
So here's how this works. The students will leave this school building, hop on this bus, take a short ride across the street to the church. I can see the steeple from here, have Bible class, hop back on the bus, head back to school. It's that simple.
Go to lifewise.org to find your school.
7 minutes left in the 4th quarter. Columbus East with a big score there to maybe just put this game out of reach. The Seymour Owls, who have been charging. As Aaron Holt will return the kickoff. Holt has a couple nice blocks, puts out a stiff arm. Holt finds some room down the near sideline into Columbus East territory.
Well, great job here to move the ball into Columbus East territory on the kickoff. And Seymour with a great scoring opportunity, looking to score very quickly here, and a great opportunity as they're going to be at the 45-yard line.
This broadcast brought to you by Morales Group Staffing. We're in business to create you a better future for you, your family, and the community we share. Whether you're looking for a right career or the perfect candidate, we're here to help. Call us today, 317-472-6600. 7,600. Quarterback keeper, very late pull from Coates, but he gets the edge. Coates pulled down after a gain of about 5.
Good job there by Coates, as there was nothing doing there for Hawkins, so Coates saw he had a little bit of room there and gets a good 6-yard pickup on first down inside the 40.
Today's broadcast also brought to you by Reynolds Farm Equipment. Reynolds Farm Equipment is a leading equipment dealer serving farmers, homeowners, landscapers, and commercial contracts throughout Indiana. Nothing runs like a deer. Give us a call today at 317-849-0810. Handoff, Bowles. Charges his way through. Man, he's just good at putting his head down, fighting through traffic.
Well, great job there. I thought he got to the marker, but they're going to look like they're going to mark him about a yard short of the first down here. We were talking about how these two teams struggled offensively. They have both figured it out tonight, as the two have combined for over 600 yards of offense now tonight.
Shotgun snap, handoff, Hawkins. Right side gets the first down.
Good job once again for Hawkins on his 20th carry of the night. Moving the sticks for Seymour.
Feels like the Owls have really found a nice balance between Hawkins and Bowles. They're using both of them.
Yeah, Bowles getting involved for in the running game tonight for sure. Another weapon for Seymour on the offense.
To the air, quickly, near side, Milliken just brought it in. He's thrown to the ground. Isaac Fields, the DB in the area, nearly making that catch, and then the hard tackle.
Seymour fans wanting a flag. They're not going to get it, but that was a good hard tackle there and a 5-yard pickup.
Those two match up against each other again on the near side. See if the Owls elect to go back to the air. They do. Looking that way, Milliken makes another good catch. Puts his head down. Gets some good yardage.
That will move Seymour into the red zone once again.
We got a good battle going right now between Alex Milliken of Seymour and Isaac Fields of Columbus East. Milliken going to come off the field. Charlie Bruce on for the Owls. Lining up near side against Isaac Fields. Keeper for the quarterback. Coates breaks free. Pulled down at the last minute and just shy of the first down.
Almost able to break that last tackle, and it would have been 6 points if Coates would have been able to get past that. But 9-yard gain moves it inside the 10.
Seymour's offense really coming alive in this second half. Finding momentum on the run game and in the air. Coates, handoff, Hawkins, stuffed. The line tries to get him a little bit of extra help. Looks like it's still enough to move the chains.
They'll move it down to, looks like they're going to spot it about the 6-yard line.
This is around the yardage marker where we've seen Max Coates make some really nice plays with his arm and with his feet. Everett Jackson on the sweep, met in the backfield, thrown to the ground. Columbus East saw that immediately.
That fooled absolutely no one on that Olympians defense. They've gone to Jackson a few times tonight on that end-around play, but this time stood up for a 4-yard loss.
And who else but Brody Miller for Columbus East making that defensive play. Forced a fumble in the first half. Dropped by Trayshawn Hawkins. He has been everywhere defensively for the Olympians tonight. Alex Milliken Going to come back into the game. Milliken has been the go-to wide receiver for Coates in this ball game. He's on the far side of the field. And a flag flies in the end zone. But a timeout called for Seymour just before. So we're going to go to a break. The Owls in the red zone on IndianaSRN.
Big play here for Mount Vernon. Ertl looking right, now over the middle, fires, and it's in there for a touchdown. What a throw.
Boy, what a stick, huh?
Side out, back to the middle, and guess what? You want a point on the other side, you go to Taylor Lewis.
Here's Freeman. Has an opening shot. Score!
Stafford around a screen, skip pass. Mays with 3. Mays drive, floater up and in at the horn.
Hand off, and nice hole over the near side. 40, 35, 30, block to the outside. 20, 15, 10, 5, and touchdown. And that's a big one right there, and finally, somebody gets on the board.
Second and 10. Launch to the end zone. Milliken has it for a touchdown. Second passing touchdown of the game for Max Coates. And Seymour's offense is rolling.
Great job once again by Coates, finding his man open in the back corner of the end zone, and 6 more points for the Owls. We're going to take a look at it right here. See him rolling right and finds his open receiver for an easy 6-point touchdown for the Owls.
Adrian Medina going to try for the PAT. Aaron Holtz holding. Good snap, good hold, and good kick. And a flag flies late. Looked like the kicker went down. That'll be tagged on. We'll take a quick break. About 2.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter here in Seymour.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
That late flag on the PAT is going to be applied here to the kickoff. Flag on the Olympians, likely going to see another onside kick. The Owls had one successful one already this half.
We saw that trickery there to open the second half, and this is a situation where 2:25 left, down 2 scores. You may as well try it, see what happens again, see if you can recover a second one.
Looks like Columbus East much better prepared for this one, as it's only Keaton Lawson back in case it is a regular kickoff.
This is about the exact kickoff formation they used on that onside to open the second half, so definitely I think going to see one here.
Adrian Medina placed down a perfect one to begin the second half. Little too strong, caught by Villarreal, the quarterback. And Columbus East will take over. Today's broadcast brought to you by Betty Insurance, a company that understands your industry and and what's on the line for you. Call Lance, 812-522-5640. And Boilermakers Local 374. Boilermakers Local 374 represents highly skilled, highly motivated workers in field construction and metal fabrication across Indiana. Whether it's a new build, upgrade, or faculty maintenance or facility maintenance, you can count on Local 374 to get the job done right the first time.
You're going to be the Olympians be very patient this final 2:21, run out this clock.
And rushing play gets the first down. It's Keaton Roberts. We've seen Roberts get a lot of action on these last couple of drives, and he's delivered, getting a few good rushes.
And few rush yards. That's the 5th rushing attempt now for Roberts here in the second half. So the Olympians may have found themselves another rushing weapon on the offensive side.
And despite the likely now inevitable result for Seymour, it's been a phenomenal game for the Owls.
If you're Coach Moore, you have got to love what you've seen on the offensive side. Going forward, you've found yourself some offensive weapons, it looks like, for the rest of this 2/3 of the season.
Roberts spins out of a tackle. Brought down after a gain of about 4 yards. The conference slate will continue for Seymour as the Owls take a timeout. The Owls going to take on Floyd Central next weekend on the road. Conference matchup, 7 p.m. kickoff. And even on the defensive side of the ball, it feels like the Owls have really found some momentum late in this half.
They have, and you have to figure 49 points on the board for Columbus East, but about 3 or 4 of those drives were on a very, very short field. So if you take those out of the equation, you know, you've limited to Columbus East to, 28 points. So you take out those 3 short drives with the special teams, and, you know, this could be a different ball game we're looking at right now.
Tonight's broadcast also brought to you by Piper Logistics. For more than 2 decades, the seasoned professionals at Piper Logistics have been trusted partners for inventory management, warehouse, fulfillment, and transportation. Ride with us. Call today, 317-396-1023. And Dynamark Graphics Group. Choose Dynamark, your local one-stop shop for your print, signs, promo products, apparel, and mailing services. Call today at 317-328-2555. Villarreal still getting instructions from the sideline. Only about 9 seconds to get the snap off. They will do so cleanly. Roberts. Not much room. Short of the first down marker.
And Seymour going to take their final timeout, it appears.
And for Columbus East, they will also continue Hoosier Hills Conference play. Getting ready to take on Jennings County next weekend, September 12th. 7 p.m. kickoff as well for the Olympians, who have a lot of momentum after this game here in Seymour. The offense really came alive for Kyson Villarreal.
Mission accomplished for both these offenses, 650 combined yards for the 2 teams tonight.
It comes after both teams scored less than 10 points in both of their first 2 games of the season. Villarreal keeps it, falls across the line to gain. No timeouts for the Owls. That'll just about do it.
Yeah, probably just going to see a couple kneel downs now at this point for Columbus East and get back on the short drive back to Columbus with your first win of the season.
Tonight's broadcast brought to you by Risk Work. We make people feel safe. We protect your business. You live safe. We've got you covered. Call Risk Work today, 317-379-6755. As the Olympians take victory formation and kneel for Villarreal. They'll have to do it one more time. Tonight's broadcast lastly brought to you by Laborers International Union line of North America. We are the Build America Union, 500,000 strong, fighting for better wages and benefits, safer job sites, and greater opportunities. We are LIUNA. Columbus East getting its first win of the 2025 season. Moved to 1-2 on the young 2025 schedule. And Seymour moving to 0-3, but a lot of positives to take from this game, as there's the final kneel, and that is going to do it. Columbus East wins 49-34, but the positives, got to talk about them because there's so many for the Owls.
Got to talk about what you saw offensively there for Seymour in the second half. Found yourself some great offensive weapons, getting it done on the rushing game, and you finally saw some offense from Max Coates on the passing side tonight. Keep that going. You know, who knows, yes, you're 0-3, but if you can find this offense for the rest of the season, you could be looking at a different record when I think you're going to see this Seymour team put a lot of wins on the board here in the next two-thirds of the season.
And the defense also found a bit of momentum there in the second half that it can really take some pride on as well.
Yeah, you gave up 35 points in the first half. You limit this Columbus East offense to 14 in the second half. So, yeah, great stride from Seymour. Just going to end up in a losing effort tonight. But, you know, both sides taking great positives from this game tonight and going forward. Who knows? We could see these two teams meet off again come sectional time in sectional 14.
Seymour going to take on Floyd Central on the road next Friday, 7 p.m. kickoff. For these Owls, what would be your key for them going into that matchup?
You know, take that momentum because, you know, you've had, even though, like I said, you took that momentum in the second half. Keep what you saw in the second half building, keep on it, and if you can do that, I think they can have a good chance of picking up their first win of the season next week.
And here on IndianaSRN tomorrow, Ohio Northern at Franklin College, DePauw at Rose-Hulman. 2 good college football games for you that you can make sure to watch. But for us here in Seymour, that is going to do it for tonight's broadcast of the Owls and the Olympians. For our producer, Ben Wood, for Daniel Thacker on cams, my partner, John Lester, I'm Graham Nash saying so long from Bullitt Stadium. The Owls fall to the Olympians 49-34.